So one of my student has asked me to record a video lecture on Satan's first speech. So today I am going to record a video lecture on that topic. So Satan's first speech. Be in mind Satan's first speech on the time when Satan was expelled out from paradise and was thrown into the hell. So after 40 days, when he regained his consciousness, he asked to Allah Almighty, "What thou the field be lost? All is not lost, the unconquerable will, and study of revenge, immortal hate. What willst thou never to be overcome?" That speech was delivered by Satan for the purpose to accelerate the anger of Allah Almighty. And he was in the mind that when I accelerated the anger of Allah Almighty, then I will demand and Allah Almighty will accept all my demands. So first he accelerated the anger of Allah Almighty because he was not ready to say to pardon, to get pardon of Allah Almighty, but he started to give reasoning. What though the field be lost, all is not lost, the unconquerable will, that you have done nothing to me, that I am expelled out from paradise and thrown out into the hell. It does no harm to me, because my will is unconquerable, undefeatable. Unconquerable means resilient, undefeatable. My will is undefeatable. So that enticed the anger of Allah Almighty. And now he started to request that I have the spirit of revenge, and I want to take revenge from that human, from the generation of that human Adam alayhi salam, through which Allah Almighty has expelled me from paradise and thrown towards the hell. So I have the spirit of revenge. So accelerate, give me the power of revenge and make my soul immortal. So Allah Almighty has granted all these things. Allah Almighty has granted all these things. Then he started to say to Allah Almighty, to challenge Allah Almighty, what willst thou never to be overcome? That now I will not be overcome by any authority. And he was actually challenging Allah Almighty. And at the last line, he started to show his own intention, that what was my intention to do all these things? To rule is worth ambition, dawan hell. That to rule, that was my ambition, that was my aim, that was my goal, that was my destination. To rule is worth ambition, dawan hell. Better to be master of the hell than to be slave in the heaven. That I was willing to be slave in the heaven, but that I was not willing to be slave in the heaven. I want to be master of the heaven, but Allah Almighty has not given me the mastery of the heaven. But now I am master of the hell. I am king of the hell. So I am too happy, because in paradise, in heaven, I was slave. But now in the hell, I am the master. So I am master of the hell. Why? Because my will is unconquerable. My will is resilient. I want liberty. I want liberty. As Milton says, give me the liberty to know, to utter, and to argue according to my own conscience above all liberties. So Satan wants liberty from the slavery of Allah Almighty, that I want to get liberty from the slavery of Allah Almighty, and to show my own powers, that I will take revenge from Allah, from the humanity, from the generation of Adam alayhi salam, from the descendants of Adam alayhi salam. So that was what in the Satan speech. Actually, there is the lesson of liberty first, the quality of freedom or liberty first, and then there is arrogance and pride of Satan. So, arrogance and pride of Satan is here. These are seven among seven deadly sins for which there is no pardon from Allah Almighty. So, thank you very much.